What's up? Sleepy Steve here. I don't know why I'm smiling, but today's video is about categories you can sell on eBay with Pokemon items to make a little bit of money and grow some value in your collection, recycle money, get stuff. Just it's all about growing. That's the main thing we want to do. We always want to grow. So, without further ado, we'll start with the most important one and probably the best one to start in if you're completely brand new, but you don't have to start in this. I think single cards. I think single cards is the best category because it has pretty much the lowest price to enter. It has the most information out there. You can copy a lot of people's listings. You can see what's selling. There's so much sales data. It's just really good. You can start with cards that are like 50 to 99 cents, and then you can work your way up to like a few dollars here. There is price ranges from like 1 cent to $10 million in single cards, but maybe in Pokemon, maybe they don't go up that high, but I think it's awesome. You can do old backing like Japanese, you can do old English cards, you can do mid-era for both, you can do modern Japanese, you can do modern English. I just think single cards are amazing. I think most people will probably start with single cards. It's not the most important, but I think most people collect cards, so they know more about cards. If you're collecting, whatever you're collecting is what you should start in. Like I first started collecting old English cards, What's the Era? So I started selling What's the Era for years and years and years, and that's all I did. So I think it's really good. After that, you got graded cards. This is what I've transitioned into. I do Japanese graded cards mainly modern, and that's my niche. So I don't know too much about old back Japanese cards. I don't know any sales. I don't know any of this, any of that, because it's all I do is like Japanese modern, a little bit of mid-era. That's what I'm getting into now. Now that I've kind of like perfected the modern, I really want to get into the older Japanese. But I don't want to go old back because I just don't enjoy it. I just want to go like 2003 plus sort of thing. So, got my little list on the side here. The third one is a really good one, but really expensive and really hard. It's booster boxes. Now, this is just a Diamond and Pearl booster box. Selling booster boxes, I would not recommend to anyone brand new. It's way too competitive. It's way too crazy. You can't really compete with people that are like have been doing it for so many years because it's just like so expensive. Even modern, mid, everyone's looking for it. Collectors are looking for it. It's crazy. You can only really do booster boxes if you just get so lucky and find someone selling them at a real big discount. That's like the only real way that I think anyone can start with the booster boxes. Wow, this light's really bright. And then after, so it's the same thing as single. You can do old, whatever, Japanese, English, other languages, but I think it's just a little bit too expensive for a newcomer. So if you are new, or you're just starting, or you've been collecting for a little while, you don't have that much money, paying $100 for a booster box and selling it for $110 is really good, but it's really competitive. And if the booster box is bad that you buy, or you might get a higher chance to get scammed, higher chance for return rates, it's just not very exciting. So after that, you have accessories. So you got the TCG accessories. We got some sleeves and a playmat. Things that people use to collect or play the TCG. You can go even further and you can find like specialty folders. Now this is a company who's made this. Obviously they've really branched out and they've gone crazy, but you can buy old folders. I don't really have any around me, but you can buy like folders they released like 10 years ago on the Pokemon Center, or folders made by other companies, and they are collectible. There are people who want them. So that is another thing you can buy to like sell if you find it. So, and then what else have I got here? What's next? That covers storage materials, but obviously clothing. I'm wearing, I don't know where this is from, probably Uniqlo, but you can go back into like, you can get like tournament clothing. Like this is from the KMX Mega Battle Championship, and this one's a little bit more crazy. Like you'll probably never ever come across this, but this is like a Tropical Mega Battle t-shirt. It's kind of crazy, it's kind of cool. But this is kind of more of like a tournament sort of memorabilia, the next one I'm going into. So clothing in general is imagine all the Pokemon clothing that gets sold across the world. You can find that in thrift stores, you can find it used on eBay, you can find people's old clothing on Facebook, you can clean it up, you can recycle it, you can get it back on there, and you can make a bit of margin, you can get some value out. Now, I wouldn't really recommend it unless you really like clothing, so I would go into the other things because the idea is to build a collection. You don't really want to build a collection of old clothes. Now, the next one, super important, plushies. I got so many, I don't even know where to start. Plushies everywhere. I got my screen. Now, I bought this for around $50, $60 about a year ago, and I think the screen plush is probably like $200. You can get value in plushies. Plushies are amazing. It's an emerging market, to be honest. If I had more time, I would do plushies. I would resell them. I would get thousands shipped over, but it's a lot of storage, and I wouldn't recommend it unless you already know about plushies. That's everything I wouldn't recommend unless you already know about it. That's why it's really good. If you collect plushies only, sell plushies. I mean, it's not the craziest market. It's not really fast, but just buy and sell plushies for a little while. See if you get good about it. Build your eBay store, and then go into something else. So plushies are a really good one. Obviously, like video games, that's also another thing. Video games is like booster boxes. It's super competitive. You have to compete with like all these huge stores, like trading it in and buying it, and you can only really do like pre-XY because most of it's like downloadable on the games now. So you can do video games. I did it for a long time. I personally don't think it's worth it. I think you should probably get better at doing single cards, because video games, unless they're like brand new mint in the sealed box and you can grade them, you can't get much value out of. Whereas like single cards, you can grade them at least, or you can get like a mint condition one. And I don't know. I personally think single cards are better, but I do single cards, so I'm biased. And pretty much after that, I don't think I have much else. But yeah, I mean, just a few categories you can use to like think about what can I sell. It's one of my most like asked questions, like what can I sell, what can I sell, what can I sell. You can sell anything, or we're just piggybacking off the Pokemon IP, right? So they've already done all the branding, all the advertising. You get to list on eBay. It gets to go to billions of people. Like all you got to do is just like go to a category, stick with it, build the store. Don't waste all your money. It's all about slow growth and doing your best. So this is kind of like an impromptu video, and I hope to help you. Let me know if it helps you, and I'll start doing more stuff like this. Thank you.